welcome to the Caffeinated Cast-Ons YouTube channel. I'm Therese, also known as Caffeinated Cast-Ons. You can find me on Instagram. I post my making on there as well as these about weekly YouTube videos. And I take you along, show you my projects, what I've been working on. I share knitting goals, so be sure to join along, subscribe so you can come back every week. And thank you for those who do continue to come back. I really appreciate it. It's fun. Today is Saturday, February 10th. I have my coffee. There's me and my dog. My husband had this mug made. Yeah, so I've got coffee in here that I'm working on. It's just the last little bit. It is very dreary and gloomy this morning. I think it did rain earlier this morning. I don't know if it's going to continue to rain this afternoon. I think it might, and rain more tomorrow. So really, I just want to be knitting in bed. But I thought I'd get up. Just kidding. I'm not just now getting out of bed. I did have a knitting class this morning at a local yarn store. We're working on knitting an Afghan. And so I had class this morning. And that will start us with our finished objects. I've got one, that light green thing right there it's sitting on top of some blocking mats. That is my finished object from this past week. It was the square that I'm working on for the class that I'm taking. So I crossed that off my whip list, but I need to add another whip because we did cast on our new square for this month. Did I have that? I think I've only done a few rows. So not too much to show there, but I'm working on my next square. I did mention in last week's episode that I do need to catch up on my squares because after this month, we start doing 2 squares a month. And I already have 2 that are unfinished, plus this new one that I just cast on. So I really need to get it together this month. Which is part of my goals for this month, is to get caught up on those and to finish a pair of socks. So that was the finished object. That was the new square is a whip. Let's talk about some other whips that I have. Okay, so the first whip is a pair of scrappy socks that I'm working on. And they're not really scrappy. They're whole mini skeins that I bought specifically for this pair of socks. But the method is scrappy. So there's sock number 1. And last week I wanted to finish the heel of the second sock because I was about to start the heel. So I did finish the heel. That is a fish lips kiss heel. And I finished the continuing stripe, or I finished, because the stripe was halfway. I did 5 rounds, started at the heel, and I just finished the other 5 rounds to finish that stripe. So at the top it is a full stripe. So now I'm ready to add my other color. How many did I do? Oh, so these are actually almost done. So I have 10, 20, I have 30 rounds left in the leg to get through, and then I have the cuff. So these will definitely get finished this month. And I'm gonna give myself a goal to actually get through the leg this upcoming week. That's the goal I have for myself. So that is the whip. My other whip is another pair of socks. Last week I cast on this pair of socks and I gave myself a challenge to see if I could finish these socks by Valentine's Day. Do I think that's gonna happen? No. Because right as I said, oh, I think I'll be able to because I'm really hitting my stride with socks. I have not picked these up, but kind of for a good reason. So I can't get over the color combo. I love this so much. Look how cute that is. The cuff, the pop of color at the top, and then kind of like outlining it again before, like right when I finish the cuff and go to the leg. I love this so much. So I finished the leg. This is as long as I want the leg. And now I want to do the cuff, or excuse me, the heel. But where I'm stuck and why I haven't picked it up is because I want to do a fish lips kiss heel, but I've never done it on 9-inch circulars. So I don't think it'll be that difficult because you're not picking up any additional stitches. You're just decreasing and then increasing again to your same count. I don't think it's going to be that difficult. I think I just need to separate what's the front of the sock and what is the back of the sock. And I kind of want to see if I can find a video on YouTube if anyone else has done that before, just so I can see it first before I start this. But I love it so much. Look how good it looks. I love it. And I'm going to do this like same treatment here for the heel. So I plan on doing the little outline here before I start the heel, and then where's my other yarn? Do the heel in this, and then when I finish the heel, add that outlining again, and then pick back up on my main color to do the foot. And then for the toe, I plan on doing the same thing. Start with the pink, do the toe in the main color to kind of outline it. I don't know, this will be whenever we get there, if I just want to do the line for the toe, like to start it and not fully close it in. Like I could Kitchener the toe essentially in this pink, but I haven't decided yet. But I don't think I'm gonna get this done. What's today? Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, in 4 days. I honestly don't see it happening, especially if I want to finish these soon. I don't see it happening, but it was a fun challenge, but we'll see. Maybe things will be different next week whenever I record. I don't know, but this is only sock 1, but I am very pleased with how it's coming out. So that is my other whip. I really only had 2 whips that I worked on this past week. Well, no, I take that back because I was working on that. I finished something. So yeah, I spent 2 or 3 mornings working on that square. Let me see if I can pick it up. Hold on. I feel like it's a pizza. No! Okay, I almost just dropped that square. It is still drying. I put it back, but I essentially worked on that like 2 or 3 mornings in a row until I finished that square. So I really worked fairly quickly, and I realized that I really like cabling. I thought it was going to be really, really hard, but I realized I enjoy cables, and I would like to make a cabled sweater now. It probably won't be for a while. I do have other things that I want to cast on, so maybe next year or the end of this year will be a cabled sweater. We'll see. But yeah, so that's drying. I worked on that this week and finished it, and then worked on my 2 pairs of socks. So that is it for whips. So goals for next week, for this coming week: get through the leg on my scrappy socks and figure out and finish the heel on the Valentine's Day socks. And then I would like to cast on a washcloth, and I would like to pick up my DK jelly blanket again, just because I really miss knitting on that, and I just didn't get the chance to pick it up this week. I was really busy with work. But yeah, so those are my goals for this week. Wow, I feel like this one went by really fast. I guess I finished a lot, worked on a lot, but didn't do a whole lot. And I think it's because there's not as many projects as I'm touching right now, which is fine. I'm not crunching to clear my needles this month like I was last month. So I'm still feeling pretty good. Let's see what else. Haven't read it all this week. Watched the newest episode of True Detective Night Country. It actually came out yesterday since football is happening on Sunday, so they aired the episode early. It's getting really good. I think there's only one more episode left. Listening, I don't think I listened to much music or podcast or anything this week. What was this week? I don't know. So let's close her on out with some simple joys, because I think I'm gonna go knit in bed. Some simple joys. Simple joy number 1 is cabling. I just wasn't expecting to love it as much as I do, and I have the class to thank for that I'm taking, because it actually just broke it down in a way that I could understand. So that's simple joy number 1. Simple joy number 2 is date night. My husband and I got to spend a night together. What started as an errand to go to the AT&T store turned into us just also like going out to dinner. It was super nice, and we just ate a ton of Mexican food, and it was really delicious, and I just really enjoyed that time together, because we do have to work a little bit harder to make sure that happens, since we have a baby. Simple joy number 3 is going for walks. It's been so rainy and cold, and it started to warm up a bit this week, and I was able to take myself around the block a few times. My dog heard me say the W word, and now she's underneath. Clearly we will be taking one soon. But the other day I strolled 2 miles, and it was so nice. Like, get out, break a sweat, and just like do that, because it's hard, especially because I work from home. So that is my physical activity to take a break, and it's just been really nice to do that. And I hope as the weather warms up, I can really take advantage of that and spend some time outside. But now that I have said the W word, I do need to take this pup on one. So I'm gonna go ahead and sign off, close on here. It was a quick one. I'm gonna take her and then knit in bed. Go knit in bed and relax. So until next time, stay caffeinated.